In this video, we're going to take a look at content groups. So as you start designing your campaign, you'll notice that content is split up into various groups, and you'll see that each one has its own tab. Now, a content group helps you split content into different layouts. For example, at the top here, you can see this content group has a darker grey background just to draw attention to it, which is quite common at the header of your mailer. And as we move down here, we can see this content group is split into 2 columns. Now, this just helps you structure elements. And you can mouse over any content group, and you'll see here we've got the control tab that comes up if we wish to edit or amend it. So the top action is to drag it to move it to a new location. So that's just as simple as a click and drag, and you can move it up or down to a new location. For example, this one here we could move up. And if we don't like it, we can move it back down. The next option here opens the settings for this content group. So if we click on this to open, we can see this darker grey background is coming from the row colour. Alternatively, you could assign a background image or border to this content group. And over here, you will see we have some tic-tac handles so you can interact and space this content group out just how you want. So this adds spacing. So we can click and drag if we want a bit of a gap at the bottom. Alternatively, if we want a bit of a gap at the top. And also we can use the horizontal ones to bump it in on the sides. So you've got a lot of customization ability here. The next option here is to clone it. So if you set it up and designed it just how you like, but want it somewhere else that you can tweak the design with new content, just click on the clone. And there we go, I've got a brand new copy of it, exactly how I wanted it just below. And you could use the drag handle if you wanted to move it to a new location. And finally, this one is the delete button. So if you no longer want this content group, click it and it will just ask us to confirm. And there we go, that's been removed. In addition to that, we can start customizing our content group by splitting it into additional columns or removing columns. In this example here, we've got a 1-column layout as we looked at. So we can add new content to the left or the right of it to split it. And there we go, we can see that is now into 2 columns. In addition to that, if we go into the settings button, we now have an additional tic-tac, this black one here. Now clicking and dragging this enables us to adjust the column width. So at the moment we can see this is on 50-50 split. If we drag it out, you could move up to something closer to 75-25 or go back to how you had it. And also, if you no longer want the content group, you just delete the elements inside it. And now that will drop it back to a 1-column layout. If you want to create a new content group, this is also super easy. You'll see here as we drag new content across, so let's drag our heading block, we get dividing lines come up. This gives us the ability to create a new group. There we go, so we could create one here or on the next dividing line down here, and we can see we've got some more at the top. So let's create a new content group here. Here's our new group, and now it's just a case of adding new content to it. And you can see that we're quickly building up our content. And again, if you no longer want it, we can delete or change the styling from over here. So let's delete this block. Okay, that's a quick introduction to content groups and how to use them inside your design.